All right, so somewhere between 15 and 20 years ago, I built this 351 Windsor for my father-in-law, and it was a project in a truck, and then a tree fell on the truck, and it just got pushed to the side, and it's a long story, but I'm thinking about doing a series on it. We're gonna go through this motor, inspect what we done 15, 20 years ago, and just see how good a job we done. And then it came out of this truck, and we're gonna freshen it up, update it, and then we're gonna put it in this truck with a Crown Vic front end, and we're gonna, lower it, C-notch it, and nice wheels and their rear end and all that stuff, put big tires on it. I mean, like street type tires, not drag racing type tires. And the nicer truck, can you see that other motor? There's a 302 and a C6 that's just bone stock that came out of the truck that we're putting this motor in. So I'm probably gonna freshen that C6 and put it behind this Windsor, because the truck the Windsor was in had a T5 in it. So we're gonna change it back over to an automatic for my wife. But if you want to see the whole series of us do this engine and build the whole truck, I'm entertaining doing that. It's gonna take a while, obviously, just cause of the workload. But if it's something you're interested in, then, let me know in the comments. But I think that it's gonna be interesting to see the kind of work we done 20 years ago. And I done this at a shop I worked at with probably, antique equipment. I mean, it was antique equipment that was war slam out. So I'm interested in seeing what it looks like. Well, hang loose, and we're gonna pop a valve cover off and just look, because I don't even remember. It's been so long ago. They're trying to find the original invoice. They said they got it. It's just put up. So hang loose, and we're gonna talk about what all we did to it. So let's just pop a valve cover off, because I think I remember, but I don't know if I remember. The impact's done quit impacting. When we first finished it, they put it in, and then they brought the whole truck to us, and we worked on it a little bit, kind of just trying to get the tune happy and, sort of just bug it out. We're gonna need a dead blow, Andrew. Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. She was stuck on there. Well, I didn't remember using Scorpion. So we did, so it's got Scorpion rocker arms. And again, now this is, 20 years ago. So this was probably in the early days of Scorpion. I don't remember exactly how long they've been in business, but I don't see, and the crazy thing is this sucker is a flat tappet. So some backstory. So my pa-in-law, he wanted a hot rod, and he had a 60, that blue truck is a 68 F100. So he had a Windsor out of something, I don't remember. And I'm pretty sure that this Windsor is also like a 68 or a 69. It's got the big plugs. So we took this engine and we stripped it down. I think the only thing we used was the crankshaft. So we turned the crank. I think it might be Eagle, but it's got some kind of aftermarket I-beam rod. I'm pretty sure it's got Cell Power hyper eutectic coated skirt pistons. We ported the heads, or I ported the heads, It's got stainless valves. I don't remember, they're probably 202/16 or 194/150. I don't remember all of that. It does have a comp extreme energy cam and somebody's flat tappet lifters, but again, this was 20 years ago. As far as I know, I don't see any metal in the drain backs. I mean, maybe just a little bit of stuff, but nothing to amount to anything. And this thing's set, so we got it running, and we drove it a while, and then we give it back to Papa Spanky, and then at some point they sent it to get painted, and you know, that took a long time, so it was at the paint shop, so it set, and then when it got back, you know, they were working on other projects and stuff, so it sat around a lot, and they just crank it up in the yard and drive it here or there every now and again, so it didn't get a ton of miles on it at all. But you know how setting is, that's not what you want to do. But I'm really surprised, as long as it's set, that the valve springs ain't rusty or none of that. I mean, it's even still got oil on the valve springs, and this thing ain't been turned over in a couple of years. So I'm really surprised at that. And so obviously, like I say, we did screw and studs and guide plates. I really want to see what the heads look like, because like I say, I mean, man, they feel good. The short turn feels good. I'm interested to see what the intake ports look like, but the short turn feels real nice. I mean, the port job looks symmetrical. So, you know, maybe I did okay 20 years ago. I don't remember. But I think, and I ain't made up my mind yet, I guess it just depends on how nice or not nice it is when we get into it. But if it's really nice, we may just upgrade it to a roller cam and clean everything up, and probably swap it over to a beehive system, and you know, put a nicer pan on it, and probably rebalance it, because I balanced it on a, you know, I don't know, a 1970 Stuart Warner balancer, so I'm sure we can do a better job on the balancing, and put it back together and just put it in the truck for my wife, and just, you know, have a nice driver. Or, again, depending on what it looks like, we might turn it into a 408 and put some nice aftermarket aluminum heads on it, and I mean, still make it a driver, right? But, you know, make it a little more robust. But it was pretty stout, like it is. I mean, it was pretty stout. So, you know, and she don't need no more than that. But I'd like to have something that's, you know how it works. I mean, we want something that's really nice, because I'm sure we're gonna put it in some shows and maybe do, you know, a power tour or a drag and drive or something with it, just for fun, something like that. So, but again, the truck is solid. If we do a next episode on this deal, when we get the truck's unloaded off the trailer, but we got, I don't know, my little brother's got a lift. We might do the Crown Vic swap. He might do it for me, or we might do it here. I don't know, all that's up in the air yet. But we got to get the Crown Vic front end in it, and then I got to figure out about some wheels and tires, and do some measuring for rims, and then I'm gonna have to cut the housing, obviously, and, you know, axles, and we're gonna put a gear in it and a posi and all that kind of jazz. So let me know what you think. If you want to see all that stuff, and, you know, if we get enough response, I may try to turn it into a series. But either way, I'm pretty sure we're gonna do a series on the engine either way, and so I think it'll be neat, and it'll be fun to go through this stuff and just see, because, you know, as you go, you learn stuff, and you learn what not to do and what to do, and, you know, 20 years is a long time, and you can learn a lot of stuff in 20 years, so I'm interested. All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you so much. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. We'll see you on the next one.